Good morning, I'm Olivia. Welcome to my SilverSneakers Flex Chair Yoga class. Let's start against the back of the chair, and hopefully you have a chair without any arms on. As I said before, just knock them off if you do. And we are, you may be with your shoes on. If you are in a comfortable place where you can be bare feet, I would suggest you take them off. But it's entirely up to you, right? Sit on back against the back of the chair. Feel that pelvis just sort of melt into at least this chair. There you go. Yeah. Front of the class. Huh? Close your eyes. The more you practice yoga, the faster you can drift into attention to your breath. In yoga, we breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Sometimes the mouth. But for the most part, you'll find it calming to the nervous system, keeps warmth and moisture in the body. And you should begin to feel the shoulders just release away from the ears. And then once that begins to happen, draw your attention to that full, deep belly breathing. So on an inhale, let the belly move out. It's going to move up into the chest. And the last bit of breath moves up in just under the collarbone. And then long, slow exhale. See from that if you can figure out what part of the breath is relaxing and what part is energizing. And then take the deepest breath you've taken. Open your mouth, sigh, make a little noise. And eyes open, soft gaze. Let's move forward to the edge of the seat. Oh, we need another chair. Might get another. Bob, could you get me another chair, please? And just put it right back there for Ellen. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Remember when you were a kid? Oh, I didn't see you back there, John. Somebody's gonna get you a chair, all right? Remember when you were a kid and you were hiding? You would hold your breath and notice that the sounds become brighter when the breath is held. You know, so what's going on? So I always think of that playing hide and go seek as a kid. All right, edge of your seat now. Feet right underneath your knees. Your ankles are underneath the knees. The shoulders just release away from your ears. Take a moment, lift your heart a little bit more. I saw that, Joyce, that was great. And then find the very tip of the sit bones. All right. Close your eyes once again. We are in seated mountain pose. And it's an active posture because you are using those core muscles to help you sit up tall. Let the eyes drift closed. And now as you are breathing, you're going to feel that breath come in all the way around. So the heart space, underneath the arms, the back ribs. This is when you take a moment and be grateful that you can take that deep breath in and the belly move. All right, tipping your head over to the right side, but I want you to imagine you're trying to lift that left ear to the ceiling. And then turn the chin looking over that right shoulder, look down towards the earth. Come back to the front and then maybe lift it a little bit and then come all the way back up. We'll take the other side, so we're going to crank it down and up here a little. Tipping over, lift that right ear to the ceiling and then turn the chin down towards the shoulder. Come back to the front and then maybe lift a little bit. And then drop that chin to that imaginary shelf. And now with your nose, we're going to go down, up around one side, and down, up, and around the other side, making that infinity sign. Put little Rice Krispies in your neck. It's okay. And again. Notice if you have one spot that says, oh, I need a little more there. And stay there if you need to. It's okay. All right. And then right back to the center. We're just going to lift the chin a little bit. And you're going to imagine you're looking at airplanes up there. So just turn the head side to side. The chin lifted just a little bit. I love to close my eyes here. Just notice how that feels in the head. All right, and then chin rests back on that imaginary shelf. Let's warm up the upper body. Hands are going to reach to the kneecaps gently, lifting the heart. And then exhale. Let the shoulder heads kind of come forward here. Tuck the chin towards your chest. This is just upper body first. We'll get to the low half soon enough. Inhale, lift the heart. Let the shoulder heads sort of draw towards the side and back walls. And then they're going to draw towards the front corners of the room. And again, so just upper body. Draw that focus and attention there. Knees right over top of the ankles. And again. All right, now let's see if we can just isolate the low half of the body. So deep breath in. I want you to roll back towards the sit bones, towards the tailbone. Come to the tip of the sit bones and then just roll forward a little bit. Try to let the upper body relax as you do this. So this is just, I'm pulling that navel towards my spine. Sit up nice and tall, rock forward a bit. Tuck the tailbone underneath, scoop in the belly. You should feel that low back sort of stretch. Try to let everything in the upper body relax. One more time. Scoop and roll back. Relax the shoulders. And then come up nice and tall. Now we're going to put all together. So we're going to lift the heart, roll towards the tip of the sit bones, tuck the tailbone, scoop in the belly, drop the chin. So we get the whole spine going now. So here we go. Cat and cow, seated cat and cow. Every day a little bit of cat and cow. You want to keep the spine soft, supple, and very flexible. It's a good way to do it. And again. And one more time. And back. All right, arms out to the side. You have choices. You could take them here, here, or here. And this is what I'm going to begin to say. You're probably going to have to move a little bit. But also, this is where you choose your own adventure. If you need the hands on the hips to do this, or the shoulders, that's fine. You are seated even on both sit bones, so watch you're not riding up on one side. This is just in this part of your spine that's probably the most flexible. And again, this is where we check in with all those parts. And again. All right. So now bring that left hand over, and we're going to wash the wall, going over to the right, or to the left. And then I'm actually going to go a little more down and up today. And then down and up. So you're going to drop that right shoulder a little bit, and then drop the left shoulder a little bit. And again. And one more time. All right. Hands back to the heart. Just watch. Deep breath in, exhale. We forward fold. Hands alongside of the shins. You're going to slide up the shins a little bit and bring the heart forward. A little baby back bend right here. Deep breath in. And exhale. Release and reverse swan dive all the way back up. Beautiful. Bring the hands together. Right here. I'm going to stand up, but don't you stand up. Press the knuckles forward, elbows out. Tuck the chin towards the chest. I'm going to flip the hands coming up and then circle them around. All right, nice big stretch back. Deep breath in. Press them forward. Stretch across the back. Inhale, flip the hands. Drop them down. One more time. Deep breath. You look beautiful here. And inhale. And all the way down. All right. Let's hit this little twist right here. So coming over, left hand crosses over. I'm going to slide my right hand to the chair and just hold this. What I want you to notice is your shoulders are parallel to the earth. All right. And you're looking to the right wall and maybe a little towards the back corner. Come around to the other way, same thing. And grab hold of that chair there. Looking to the left wall, maybe over the left shoulder. You pull a chair out of there if you would, busy things. Lovely. And come on back to the front. Both hands on the back of the chair. Let's put that right heel on the ground. Wiggle your toes, a little circle on the ankle. And then grab hold of the chair. And I just want you to lift the heart a little bit. But as you bring that toe to the ceiling, maybe you'll feel the stretch in the back of the leg. But here we go further. Hand on that left thigh. You're going to hinge at the hip. Heart's coming forward. Resist that urge to round the spine and look down. So keep eyes up, heart forward. Deep breath in. And get to the point where you say, that's a nice hamstring stretch. I don't need any more than that. Exhale, release back down, push off, and round back up. And we switch feet. That foot in front. So I just want you to get that upper body stretch right here. Shoulder blades together, elbows. I'm sorry, those are shoulders. They're going to point to the back diagonal. And then we're going to take the right hand on the right thigh, hinge at the hip. Bring the heart forward here. A little micro bend in the sneak. You find a place? You know what? Close the door right there, and you could probably use that right there. Did you get a chair out of there? Oh, yes. Sue, can you get them? We have nice people here. Hold on. Heart coming forward. And then exhale, release back down. Both feet on the ground. Reverse swan dive. All right, bring that right knee in. I'm going to roll back on the fleshy part of my seat. Forehead comes towards the knee. And then inhale, extend that leg out. It's going to pull you up nice and tall. Exhale back. Inhale, let it pull you up nice and tall. And exhale back. We're not going to stay there long, so spend time and roll all the way up, tall, 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 tall. And then come back. Now, I'm going to take my right hand on the leg and take it out to the side and then circle it around. Again, sitting nice and tall. I am using my left hand as an anchor here. So there's not a lot of movement here. So I'm trying to hold nice and still and firmly plant that left foot on the ground. All right. And then back to the front, little circle in the ankle, wiggle in the toes. All right, we go the other side. So lifting up, deep breath in. Exhale, scoop in the belly. Forehead comes in towards the knee. And then let it pull you all the way forward. If you need to put that foot on the ground like I do for this side, that's just fine. Inhale out. Exhale. You feel yourself come all the way to the tip of the sit bones. All right, this time come up and sit as tall as you possibly can. Up, up, up. Beautiful. Grab hold. Recircle around. Again. All right. And then right in front, little circle in the ankle. Now just drop that foot down and let's just do that. Both of them. Just let them flop down to the ground. It's like, you know, when you slap somebody and wake them up. Think of it that way. All right, one leg goes out a little bit, and then the other one goes out a little bit. All right, so hands on the thigh muscles. We're going to circle around. Keep that nice steady breath. This is when you're going to start to want to hold it, so try not to. And then we switch and go the other way. And again. All right, and then up nice and tall. We're going to press hands into the shins. I want you to connect the ribs to the hips right here. Draw the shoulders down your back. So it's not here, it's here. Pressing down and breathe. Just pay attention to your breath. One more breath. And then just release and shake out. Okay, we're going to go up and down. We're going to do it 6 times. 2 with the hands here, 2 with the hands here, 2 with the hands here. Your choice. If you want to wait till the 6th one to get up, fine. If you need to use a chair, fine, but your choice, all right? Here we go. We're going to inhale up, in, rise up. Exhale, slow down. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, belly in, lift, and down. Very nice, very nice. And down. All right, reach to the ceiling. It's where it gets more challenging. And last one. Just drop your shoulders here. We are in star pose. Feel the toes on the ground, all parts of your feet on the ground. We're going to take one sunflower. I'm going to hinge at the hip, bend my knees, scoot down, and come right back up. All right. Walk your feet in. All right. Let's go around to the back of the chair. Have a drink of water. Elaine, I meant to tell you that. Bring water next time. We always drink it. There is a water fountain right there. Did you have? Oh, good. Good, good. All right, we step back into downward facing dog. So hands on the chair. You're going to walk the feet back until they're underneath the base. Turn that tailbone to the back wall. Hollow your belly and breathe into the back ribs. Breathe. Come back to that nice steady breath. And then looking over the chair, step the right foot in halfway between the left foot and the chair and roll up on that back toe, lifting the heart. And I'm going to turn that toe out in the back just a little bit and rock back into it and then come forward. So what I want you to do is keep both knees bent as you do this, all right? So you drop down about 10 inches, all right? And then coming forward and back. If you need the chair, bring it back to you or get a little bit closer to you. So you always have it here. Coming forward and back. Nice. 2 more. All right. And now this time, bring that back foot in when you come. You got quite a breeze back there, Sue, don't you? You need to shift that? Okay, well, well, if you need to, just move it a little bit. Okay, so I have the ball of the foot on the ground here, my left ball of foot. And we're going to go back and we're going to come forward. So practice a little bit of balance here. That's why the chair's there. So if that don't work for you, you drop your hands to the chair. The other idea is to see if you can lift that left foot as you come back. But again, the chair is there and use it. And back. And one more time and back. Hold on to the chair. Extend that foot out. Right hand lifts. So we're going to pulse that heel to the ceiling. 8, 7, 6, 5. That glute and hamstring working. 4, 3, 2, 1. Toe ball heel goes down. Ta-da! Warrior 1. Lovely. Drop your shoulders. Connect the ribs to the hips. Let the heart come forward a little bit. So I have the front knee over the ankle. Check. Back leg. Check. My toes turned out just a wee bit here. And without bending my knees, I'm going to hinge at the hip. Come down. Maybe reach and touch the shoulders. Come right back up. Don't straighten the leg. Coming down. I guess really what I should say is keep that front knee bent. Not use negative words. Sorry. It's hard not to do that, isn't it? And again. And all the way up. All right. Drop the hands to the back side and hinge at the hip. Now I want you to imagine you have this beach ball back here. And you're going to stretch it right down towards the heels. So I have this long line from the crown of my head to my heel. Holding, holding. Circle sweep, step that back foot in, reach to the ceiling. Let's take a little side arc over. Use the chair if you need to, or not if you don't. All right, beautiful. And we're going to step back on the other foot. Let's see, I think I took it this way first, right? And then we drop down. So we're going to go back and keep both feet planted on the ground, but I've got both my knees bent here, so I'm just sort of kind of Tai Chi-like, right? Back and forth here. Toss that in every now and then. Okay. All right, so this time, come forward. Touch that, bring that back foot in. When we go back, and we bring that back foot in. And begin to try your balance. This left foot is facing the front, so you're going to bring that front foot in so everybody's facing straight ahead when you come in, right? And back. And then maybe you can get that foot lifted, but try it and hold the chair. It's fine. It's fine. And up. Again, 2 more. Last one. Nice, nice. All right, from here, extend it out. Keep that foot flexed. Opposite the hand we pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that foot down. Toe ball heel goes down. Front knee comes over the ankle. Back leg is straight. We rise in warrior one. Drop your shoulders. Breathe. Lift the heart a wee bit more. Yeah, yeah. Nice. All right, we're going to hinge at the hip. Don't try not to sink any deeper into the knee. Back up again. You're just hinging at the hip. So that rib cage is going to come a little closer to the front leg. And again, one more. And back to warrior one. Hold it, breathe. I always feel like it's a ta-da moment. Okay, here we go. Once again, I'm going to hinge at the hip, but my knee is still over the ankle. Shoulder blades together. You're going to let that beach ball slide right down towards the heels. Heart coming forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades inward. Nice. Circle sweep. Step both feet together. Reach to the ceiling. Little side arc. The other way. Lovely. Back to downward facing dog. Walk on back. Any movement you need now. Something you feel like, oh, that's gonna need something, huh? Some treatment. Go ahead and do it. Let's bring the hands back to the thigh muscles. Now maybe take the feet a little bit wider. I want you to put a little grip on the legs above the thigh muscle, above the kneecaps right there. So we're not going to go slipping the kneecaps down. Just a little firm grip. Eyes up, heart forward. Little baby cobra here. And then exhale. Tuck the tailbone. Tuck the chin towards the chest. So this would be a standing cat and cow. We just did it seated. This would be standing. Eyes up, heart forward. La-di-da. And then exhale, we round. All right. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. And let's take this vinyasa. We forward fold. Hinge at the hip. Slide the hands up towards the thigh muscles. Heart coming forward. We're going to slide down to the knees, maybe below the knees. Let the heart come forward still, so this little baby back bend. And then reverse swan dive all the way back up. Lovely. And hands back to the heart and down. Okay. Drink of water. Come back. All right, so let's step the feet. Nope, let's step the feet first into mountain pose. So heels under the sit bones right here. They're not close. They're not chair width apart yet. They are comfortably underneath you. As you turn the tailbone towards the earth, those knees are going to soften just a little bit, and that's what I want you to do. You never want to lock out a knee, right? Lift up through the pelvic floor. Connect the ribs to the hips. That's my newest learning from the PT stuff I've been doing. So ribs to the hips to really firm up the core muscles. Lift the heart just a bit. And then let the elbows draw in towards the waistline. Standing mountain pose. You feel safe, secure, try to close the eyes. You can always drop the fingers to the chair. And then try to breathe like that, right? Yeah, it's an active posture. Let yourself waver a little bit. That's that brain telling your body what to, telling your feet what to do. That's a good thing. All right, so let's step the feet out wide, standing mountain pose. So see if you can get them outside the legs of the chair. If not, that's okay. Let's see if you can do that. Toes are still going to face straight ahead. So let's reestablish that. Once again, we don't let the knees lock. Put a little micro bend in the knees, turn the tailbone, connect the ribs to the hips, lift the heart. Yeah, y'all look fabulous. You can be walking the earth through the world like this, right? You can try to close your eyes, find some balance, use the chair if you need to. All right, so two choices. You can turn the toes or you can lift the heels, but I want the toes to go out, okay? You could bring the heels in or the toes out, matters not to me. And then star pose, dropping the shoulders. Again, connect the ribs to the hips in this position. Beautiful. Moonflowers, bend the knees and push right back up. So I'm gonna keep my back straight here. I'm not gonna hinge at the hip this time. Lower and down and right back up. Again, lower down and back up. Lovely. Lower down, let's hold this. which then becomes goddess pose. See if you can keep the elbows lined up with the shoulders. Ooh, that means you gotta lift them a little higher. Yeah, it's okay. If it doesn't work, it's fine. Cross the knuckles over, squeeze the elbows inward, and you should be looking right at the wrists right there. Squeeze the knuckles, squeeze the elbows in. Deep breath. Goddess pose. Big expansion and breath in the back when you do this. All the way up. Lovely. And on the chair, we're going to turn both toes to the right wall. Okay. Now you are off the balance beam. You're still on the railroad track, but we're going to come into pyramid pose. Let's just start with that back arm up, reaching right to the ceiling. And then maybe if this is accessible, you can take the left arm up as well. Drop the shoulders, connect the ribs to the hips, and breathe. I'm going to take my left hand to the left hand to the chair. Drop my right hand to the hip. Keep the palm facing straight ahead, just like we do in mountain pose. And then you're going to hinge at the hip. Putting a little bend in that front knee will help you do this. Now, if this is accessible, you could take that left hand to your hip as well, still pulling the heart forward. Deep breath in. All right, I'm going to drop my right hand to the chair, look down towards my toes, and then look forward and push right back up. Use the, hamstring in the back of the leg, right? Now, step that left foot back, and this time I'm going to stay on the ball of the foot, all right? Soften that front knee. It's going to come right over the ankle, and we're going to come into high lunge. So I have hold of the chair first, and if you need to stay there, please do. Otherwise, we'll try both arms up. It's entirely up to you. Super, super. All right, both hands to the chair, turn back to the front, wide standing mountain pose. Reposition your feet there. Nice. This half was great. Now we'll check you off. Okay, so here we go. We're going to turn toes to the left wall. Get off the railroad, get off the balance beam, and get on the railroad tracks here. And my legs are straight. They're not locked, but they're straight. The arm is furthest away. I want you to lift to the ceiling. And I'm holding onto the chair, but if you don't need it, try that arm. This time we're going to try this candlestick pose. So I'm going to fold all my fingers but my index finger and reach to the ceiling. But drop the shoulders once again. I want you to connect the ribs to the hips. That gives you that nice firm middle. Frogs in my throat today. Breathe. Lovely, lovely pyramid pose, right? Elbows can be bent if you need to. That's just fine. You can be looking right there at the wrist. It's up to you. Okay. Right hand to the chair. Drop that left hand. The palm is going to face the left wall, and you're going to hinge to the hip. Hinge at the hip. You'll notice you're going to have to lift the knuckles to the ceiling to keep that palm looking towards the ground. And should you find balance, maybe release the other hand as well. But bring that belly in, heart moving towards the left wall. And it's different for everybody in this shape, but you know what I mean. Okay, now I am going to use the chair again. Left hand is going to come to my shin. I'm going to look towards the toes. Bend the knee. You probably need to a little bit more. And then bring the heart forward and push all the way back up. Lovely. Step that foot back and lift that back heel. Yeah, nice. And I say that because if you were to drop that heel back further, it's just a terrible range of motion on that Achilles. We want to keep it about 90 degrees. Front knee over the ankle, we rise up. Here's our high lunge. If you need the chair, keep your hand there. Otherwise, I'm going to take both hands up. And everybody's breathing, right? Nobody's holding their breath. Let that upper body soften a bit as the bottom half really does the work. All right. Both hands turn to the, come to the chair as you're going to turn to the front. Wide standing mountain pose once again. Start pose, beautiful. Clap your hands. Walk, step, jump your feet in, your choice. Downward facing dog. Step back. Oh my goodness. Lovely, lovely. Any movement you need here. Sometimes I like to bend one knee and then the other. All right, let's bring the hands back to the thigh muscles. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Beautiful. And coming into chair pose. Oh, come to the chair. And we'll come into chair pose, which means the hips are going to go back. You can still see your toes. Be sure that's the case. All right. Hands at the heart. I want you to turn the tailbone ever so slightly towards the ground, but then lift the heart. Yes. Transfer the weight over to the left foot and let that right heel leave the earth. Heel, just the heel first. Ooh, a little more balance. I'm going to shoot that foot back, but I'm going to keep this knee right over the ankle. And if you need the chair, get it back. Get your hands down. Toe ball heel. We're going to windmill that right arm around and come into warrior two. So resituate your feet there to get into warrior two. Knee over the ankle, back leg straight, head over heart over pelvis, and everything's looking to the right wall. All right. Then look to the front. Look over those two peace fingers right there in the front. To me. Palm to the ceiling. Let's lift into reverse. If you're using the chair, just drop the fingertips and lift the heart and the gaze. Whatever knee you have front, that's right. Now you got it. Now you got it. Travel back to warrior two. Slide to me just a little bit. We're going to come into extended angle, or side angle. You can use the chair if you need to, or rest the hand right there in the wrist. But once again, I want you to look back to the left wall. I lied. I didn't lie. Look to the right wall. And if this is accessible, see if you can look to that arm that's extended up. Is it perpendicular to the ground and the ceiling? It's a lot of work. If it isn't, that's okay. All right, I'm going to put my left hand on the chair. I'm going to circle this right arm around, straightening the front leg, coming into triangle pose. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Still hinged at the hip. You can use the chair or you can drop that hand to the thigh, your choice. Or the shin, whatever is accessible. Suddenly got warm in here, didn't it?
Yeah.
All right, both hands on the chair. Keeping that front knee bent, we're going to come back into that chair pose. So we're going to slide that back foot in, keep both knees bent. Tailbone towards the earth, heart comes forward. We transfer the weight to the right foot and let that left heel lift the earth, leave the earth. All right, here we go. Use a chair whenever you need to. Shoot it back. Toe ball heel goes down, and we come into warrior two. Get head over heart over pelvis. Front knee over the ankle, back leg straight, and then turn the gaze forward over the two peace fingers. And smile. Reach in that right hand to me. Right hand to me. Yes, there you go. Then palm to the ceiling. We're going to lift up that right hand. Let your gaze follow that if you can. Be aware of the fact that you kept that front knee bent still. Level it out, calm and smooth. Slide forward to me, and we're going to hinge into side angle. Use the chair or the leg and let that arm, see how high you can let that arm float. Everything in the body is still facing the right wall, so let's not close it up. Let's keep that right shoulder back. Left shoulder back. Oh man, I put my feet on wrong today, I guess. All right, here's the transition to triangle pose. You're going to come back to just like this. Drop the right hand to the chair. Circle that left arm around, and as that left arm comes up, you're going to straighten that left leg, and here we are in triangle pose. Still on, right hand is still on the chair. Left hand is reaching to the ceiling. What's different now is I have my front knee straight. We don't do it very often this way, but we did today. Bend that front knee into what's going to be chair pose once again. We're going to slide that back foot in. Find your balance. Tailbone towards the earth. Heart lifts and see if you can come into powerful pose. Drop the shoulders. Yes, yes, lovely, beautiful. All right, we're gonna take that thumb, stand up tall, grab it behind, I call that keyhole, slide the knuckles down by the earth, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the heart. This reminds me to keep my tailbone tucked and not take this hyperextension in the low back. And then release, shake out. All right, grab a drink of water. Have we balanced enough? Not quite. That was a rather complicated series of stuff, so we're going to end with a vinyasa and easy tree pose. Away from the chair here. Deep breath in. Reach to the ceiling. It's almost like you're reaching to the top shelf. Upward salute, I'll call this. Forward fold. Halfway rise. Look towards the chair. Hands are on those thigh muscles there. Heart coming forward. Slide down again. And then press the hands into the shins. Again, bring the heart forward. And reverse swan dive all the way back up. I'm going to step in on my right foot and slide that left heel to sapling pose, if that works for you, or up to the calf, using the chair for balance, or finding your own tree pose. That's about 15 different possibilities here, right? Hands come back to your heart. Step that foot down. Okay, let's come back into chair pose. My words, where are they? Heart forward, powerful pose again. Okay, hands back to the heart, stand up. You're going to bring that heel in. I love to start with the sapling pose. It's just resting right there. And that's just fine. Grip the chair or not, just don't death grip it. And here we go. Find your tree pose. And smile. Slowly, with intention, all the way back, mountain pose. Breathe in. All right, let's grab a chair. Grab a drink of water and sit back in the chair. We'll finish there with a stretch. If you'd like to mark your hands with an R and an L anytime, we can always do that. I used to do that when I started teaching because SilverSneakers always required that we face the students. So in the summer, I marked my legs too, so I knew which was the right and the left. I really have thought, I got to mark the room too. Just put a sign up there. I keep thinking I'm going to do that. Okay, tip of the seat still. We're going to lift up on that right knee. Pulling up towards the shoulder as best you can, nice and tall this time. And then I'm going to cross over my leg. If that's not accessible to you, you've been told not to cross the midline, just drop it down. You can always just take the sole of the foot to the other foot. That's just fine. All right, so here's our figure 4 preform stretch. Oh, dirty floor today. Press that low back forward. And just feel that let go as you exhale, because that's the relaxing part of the breath. Take this where you need to. You want to add a hand to it. You want to hinge at the hip a little bit. Just be sure you're always bringing the heart forward. All right. Lifting that leg up and over, but again, on the ground is just fine. We're going to deepen this twist. Left hand. Now, right hand's going to go to the chair. Maybe you can slide that right hand all the way over towards the left side of the chair and increase this twist. It's up to you. Looking over that right shoulder. All right, come on back to the front. Slide that leg out to the side, hold on to the chair, and we're just going to lift. Now this elbow could make its way back to the back of the chair. It's up to you. Little wild thing. Reach. long line. I like to use the image that I've got a rubber band that's tied onto my toes right there, and I'm going to stretch it as far as I can in the other direction. And then release. We come back to the other side. So lifting that knee up, whatever feels good to you here, but press that low back forward. You really want to get into the hamstring and the low back on this stretch. And then we're going to cross it over. And again, this leg doesn't quite so now. Let's go put mine down here. But you can open it up if you'd like. You can support it. Press that low back forward. So roll towards the tip of the sit bones. Maybe hinge at the hip if that feels good to you. Cross this leg over. Again, on the ground is just fine. Cross it over. Right hand, left hand's going to reach to the chair. Maybe see if you can creep it over a little more towards the left side of the chair. So to increase the stretch, but that's up to you entirely. Sit extremely tall. I have lots of different images. For this, I like the idea that your spine is a spiral staircase. And everything just good. Now, if you take that spiral staircase and tip, people are going to fall off of it. So you want to keep that spine nice and tall. All right. An into wild thing. Take that leg out to the corner diagonal. Grab hold of the chair. Maybe let the elbow drop into the chair. And here we go. Take that rubber band and stretch it from the toes to the opposite corner. Right back to the front. Walk your hips back to the back of the chair. Let's take the legs out in the front, a little circle in the toes, the wrists, the fingers, ankles, everything. And then any stretch you feel like you didn't get or you'd like. That's the Serta commercial on TV when she climbs out of bed. The best sleep ever. All right, settle into the back of the chair. Open your eyes really wide. Close them up. Scrunch them up, and then just let your face relax. And let that translate into the powerful jaw muscles, down into the neck and the shoulders. Let that front body sink to the back body. Close your eyes. Go to your happy place. And notice how different you feel than when you came in. Eyes closed still. Just listen with your ears. Peace, once again, does not mean to be in a place where there is no noise, trouble, or hard work. It means to be in the midst of all those things and still be calm in your heart. We live in a world where we are truly in the midst of all those things. Bring your hands together at your heart. Drop your chin to your chest. Remembering a heart at peace shall give life to the whole body. Namaste. All right. Nice work, everyone. Have a great week. It's going to be glorious, huh? I'll see you again Monday, right? Not Wednesday this week. But y'all get a calendar off to you this week sometimes.